Hi, everybody. I am Ellie Young. I have the good fortune of being the lower school math coordinator. This year, I am a fourth grade teacher, like Catherine Hudson, the learning department head. I'm one of the teachers who's helping out during the pandemic so that we can have super small classes, even smaller than our normal classes. And I have to tell you, it's making all the difference. You got to hear that we've had some weeks of on-school programming, which is terrific. But when we have to move to distance learning, having a really small group, again, makes a quantitative difference in being able to address each child's needs. In this slide, you see here that math is a verb at Key. Math is something that we do. These two mathematicians are working together to find the area of a hexagonal desk that they work on. We believe that collaborative work, whether in person or in Zoom on our distance learning days, sharpens students' thinking. It forces students to explain their approach, defend their strategy, prove their ideas to one another. We also, in a project like this, show our commitment to exploration and discovery learning. There are many ways students could find the area of their desk. There are multiple paths to do this. And then we take all of the different ways students came up, all the solutions, and evaluate them for efficiency. Next slide, please, Tom. In this slide, it looks like the students are having fun, but we really engage them in rigorous math. They might think they're playing, but you've got one student who is buying something from the vending machine, and they might be buying a couple items so that they have to add. And the student behind the machine is making the change, so they might have to subtract. And then you can see there's a mathematician checking both the addition and subtraction of each person, and then they switch jobs. So everybody rotates through this vending machine. This task really applies students to apply their basic fact knowledge to compute fluently in a base 10 number system. They have to understand place value and apply that knowledge to their addition and subtraction. Plus, we require the students to make their change using the fewest number of coins to ensure that they can use landmark numbers of 5, 10, and 25. And this picture to me really makes another point. And that is about our curriculum. At Key in our math program, we adhere to the principles and standards of the National Council of Teacher of Mathematics. Our goal is for students to exceed these standards at every grade level. We use multiple curriculum resources to do this. And we work as part of a school-wide pre-K through 12 math department to develop a curriculum that is cohesive and coherent as students go from grade to grade and then from division to division, right? The first school to the lower school to the middle school to the upper school. But as you know, more important than the curriculum is the teachers that bring it alive. I'm guessing as you think about your own experience as a student, you might think back fondly, I hope, to a great math teacher, but I really doubt you remember a great math book. And this slide is just one example of the ways teachers at Key make math meaningful to children. The next slide, please, Tom. The videos you saw spoke about integrated studies, and it happens many ways at Key. This is just one example. In this slide, we have fourth graders who in social studies are studying the ancient Greek world. And in math class, we read a book. This is part of the literacy integration that Catherine Hudson was mentioning. And the students explore Pythagoras' theorem. They build it from the ground up. Here you can see their squares. And then they make a poster explaining what they've done. And when that poster goes home, I routinely get calls from parents saying, I finally understand what the hypotenuse of a right triangle has to do with a squared plus b squared plus c squared, because I can see the squares and my child can explain to me what they did. The second way that we integrate studies integrate disciplines in mathematics and everything is what I call cross-disciplinary work. And and I'm actually seeing it firsthand now that I'm a fourth grade teacher and the art and music and everything's happening in the homeroom classroom here. But I see the art teacher teaching ratio and proportion in her drawing instruction. And that will help students with their middle school math. And I can see the music teacher teaching fractions as the students learn how to do music note notation with quarter notes, dotted quarter notes, 16 notes. And then in their dances and music movement, they literally are feeling fractions and measures or fractions of a measure. This body math really helps immensely with our instruction of rational numbers. So I just wanted to give you a glimpse into the math program at Key. You are going to learn more from the grade level teachers when you meet with them. And I'm going to pass the baton on to Amy Klein, our science coordinator.